The verb estar is a very important verb in Spanish. It means to be. You might be thinking to yourself, I already saw a tutorial that told me that the verb ser means to be. And if you remembered that, that is absolutely correct. Good job remembering that. Estar also means to be, and it's used in different ways. There will be another tutorial that talks about the differences between the two. For now, you just need to remember that the verb estar is used to mean to be when we are talking about condition, location, and emotion. There will be another tutorial that will teach you to distinguish between when to use ser and when to use estar. But for now, just keep this in mind. Estar is for condition, location, and emotion. By now you should be very familiar with the verb chart. Here I've already filled out the verb chart for the verb estar. Notice that we have yo estoy, tú estás, él, ella, or usted está, nosotros estamos, vosotros estáis. If we were in Spain we would use, and ustedes están, ellos están, ellas están. It's very important for you to notice that all of these, except the two on the top row, have an accent mark on the A. Now is as good a time as any to let you in on a little secret. Since different subjects in Spanish have different forms of the verb, we can actually get information about the subject from the verb itself. Because of that, we don't even have to write the subject in a sentence most of the time. We should be able to use either the context or the form of the verb, or maybe a combination of the two, to figure out what the subject is, so it's often omitted from a sentence. Let's take a look at that. Here's a question. ¿Dónde estás? Donde is a question word. It means where. Estás, we know, is the to form. To means you. We don't have the word to in our sentence, but because estás can only refer to two, it's understood that to is a part of that sentence. So donde estás means where are you? We could also answer this question without putting the subject in our sentence. If we're asked donde estás, we would answer I am and then put wherever we are. For instance, you might say estoy en la escuela. I am at school. From the context and from the form of the verb estoy, it's understood that the subject of this sentence is yo, so we don't have to put it. Now we could put it if we wanted to, and it would be correct, but it's usually unnecessary, it's usually understood, and it just gets a little repetitive if we put the subject every time. Now we've said that one of the uses of estar is to talk about emotions. Here's an example sentence for us. Elena is sad. So sad is an emotion, of course, so we're going to use estar. Elena blank triste. Elena, another way to say that would be she. We know that she is third person singular, so this is the form of the verb that we're going to use. Está. And we can move that right into place there. Elena está triste. Here's another example, again an emotion. They are happy. Ellos blank felices. Ellos, we know, is third person plural, so we're going to go with this form, están. We move it into place. Ellos están felices, and we've got a great sentence. And just for good measure, let's look at an example that uses condition. The plate is broken. El plato blank roto. El plato would be third person, and it's singular. So we haven't talked about using it, or things that we would represent with it, but we know that is third person singular. So again, we'll use está. Just put it in our sentence there. El plato está roto. We've got a great sentence. Estar is an extremely important verb, so it's essential that you memorize its forms. Be sure to study those until you have them down and can do it in your sleep. And remember that estar is used to talk about condition, location, and emotion.